Sent here, boys. Again. I need to have a look at the release date of what Phase 1 is, dude, when this shit gets fucking nuked, because I'm going to be so happy. Swear. Should never have existed from the beginning, to be honest. You know, but send your opponent to your favourite map in a PvP game. You know. Get rid of the 2 doors on the school. Well, we're here anyway, just get rid of that. One over there as well. It's fine, it's a 3-on-1. We've got a pallet. Get it burnt early, it might not be too bad. There's another one down here though. Fine. Somehow I've already got one on her. That's a very bad loop to run to. Got ourselves a knock around here. It's fun. Something might have been. Time Maiden. Refuse to believe that that's the only gen they were on. Yeah, I don't know why it's blocked that with deadlock when this one exists, but okay. What is this fucking power, dude? Fucking hell. Nearly out of fucking nowhere. Keep it topped up. Dudes, can we stop being dickheads with each other, yeah? I know. Keep playing, please. Everybody gets one. Yeah? Don't want to turn another fucking game into a farming simulator, please. I know she body blocked and I know she... Yeah, I know. Come on, can we please play? Go. Go! Go! Just play the game! I know, fellas! Fucking hell. We don't have to make friends in every single instance of everything that happens. Fucking hell. Just play the game! Christ, man. There's going to need to be some context here, guys. I've had games tonight where there's been about 3 in a row where they've just started doing this, you know? Like, I just want to play the game. then they're all like, oh, you fucking toxic! You didn't start farming with us! Playing this fucking shit show is like stressful enough as it is. This fucking killer dude. She just killed herself anyway, so... Sure. Okay. Goose. Yep. Go on this one. Potentially get darkness on her. Depends if she got in the locker. She was in a locker before. Nope, she's over there. Okay. Doing dishes for me. Okay, cheers. Nice. Is this... yeah. Okay, nice. Right, Sable, come on. Let's get the archer. There it is. Look at that. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Go. Okay. I just want to move on, boys. You know, I just want to play the game. I've had, as I say, I've had 3 games tonight like this where something goes wrong, like something steps out by pixels or something just happens on one side of the map and all that kind of stuff, you know. Always the console players, yeah. What's your console? Yeah. Yeah, at least this Yui's understanding. Yeah, not your problem, don't worry. Who is that? The other... the Sable, yeah. He sent us there. TIE Arch GG's. Yeah. See, these moments, these are the parts that revive this game for me in personal, because I obviously start everything with... I'm going to take this moment to explain this because it's actually relevant if you are going to stick on the channel and you hear how toxic my commentary is normally. These sorts of situations where you see people actually being decent human beings is what keeps me in this game, because as far as I've been concerned over the years, I've known nothing but toxicity from survivors. Nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah, it's always been toxicity. It's like this Sable who's speaking in the chat now, she's sent me to this map. 100% of the time, without this chat at the end, she's a toxic cunt in my brain, because she sent me to a very survivor-sided map, you know. And there's always that argument that it's like, yeah, but it's the competitive advantage, you know. Nobody hates you for playing the game and all this kind of shit. And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it ruins my side of the fun. And usually when they do send you to these maps that are really survivor favoured, they start taking the piss. And it's especially relevant with killers like Trickster, because Trickster's very easy to bully in this game, you know, because his power's really shit. You saw it with one of the Yuis. When I was stood there, I was just trying to go for the injury with power, but she was wiggling, and I literally couldn't hit her when she was right in front of me, you know, because of the way the blades come out. It's not aligned to where you're actually thinking you're aiming, which is why barely any of them actually hit that Yui, despite my brain be telling me that why aren't these blades hitting, they should be hitting, you know, that kind of shit, but that's something else anyway. But yeah, these situations where you actually see, I mean, he's even got a fucking clan tag in his name, but he's being awesome. And I'd see this in the lobby and I'd think, cunt, you know, because they have these tags in the names. Usually, like 80 to 90%, and I'll say this even regards to disregarding this discussion here, 80 to 90% of the Tony players in this community are fucking cunts. A lot of them are. I've seen what they're like on Twitter. They're the most egotistical fucking wank stains I've ever seen, mate, on social media, right? Unfiltered, uncensored, you know? They get the biggest egos and they talk down to literally every other player in the player base for being able to hold W around a fucking circle in a map, yeah? And that's part of what always digs its teeth in when I'm complaining about how this game is very two-dimensional compared to where I came from. You know, while we're on the Tony description, I've got ADHD, autism, whichever it is. I don't self-diagnose. We go on tangents. But the context behind a lot of the way I get heated in this game is because it's all iframes and it's all second chance stuff, right? Which, for me, I'm going to have to give you the context here. It's going to sound like bragging. It's not bragging. It's for context. I can't remember what number I was specifically, but I was top 10 in the world in Evolve on Monster. And that game doesn't have any iframes in it. It was about skill with the killer. And it was the monster, I should say, or the killer in this instance, you know. And it was about mastering your character. So when I switch over to this, with Evolve being dead, that I can't play multiplayer, that I put hours and hours and hours into learning, because I did get to the top 10, this game's existence, it's not like it's a personal attack, but I don't even know what the word is. Like, I just want it to be better than what it is, you know. Like, I want it to be higher quality. I want it to play better. I want all these things that would bring it up to par with Evolve, because it will always be my mindset that this game is nowhere fucking near what Evolve was, yeah. But it could be, you know. And it's situations like these, as we circle back here, where you see the nice people in the community and you think, yeah, some of them aren't cunts, you know, and it is actually, there are decent people here, you know, that kind of stuff. And it sort of puts the fire out, so to speak, for a few, I don't know, games or anything like that, you know, until we go against another fucking toxic twat pack, you know, Swift and all that kind of stuff, teabagging it, god pallets and flashbanging, flashlight saves and all this speed hacking iframe shite that's in this game, and that's what I talk about, you know. But imagine that, what I always imagine what goes through my head whenever I'm doing this. I'm doing a thought dump here. I might as well commit to this now because we've got onto the topic, because these were lovely people. So I've got grounds to actually talk about this. What goes through my head all the time when I'm playing this, and why I get so heated with the commentary, and why I say it's a shit game and it's really bad game design and all this kind of stuff that I always list off, is because I imagine a form of DBD while I'm playing it that is far better than the one we've got in this timeline, where animations are significantly better. There's a lot less hand-holding in the game, but the game's actually appropriately balanced so that you don't need cheap iframe shit to plaster fix half of it, you know, all that kind of stuff. The killers are well animated, there's atmosphere, the horror, all the maps aren't constantly getting brightened up and all that kind of stuff, and as I'm playing as a character that looks like this. Trickster, for me, personally, while we're on that topic, just passing by it, there's a horror element to him, but he brushes very close to just fucking Fortnite, you know, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of his skins, which is like, it's very flamboyant, obviously, because he is supposed to be the gay character, you know, that kind of stuff, that representation sort of character kind of thing. But he's got a horror aspect to him, to me. And as I say this, why the fuck does he run like this? You know, there's animations in this game that are just fucking shite, dude. It's like School Merchant. School Merchant is one of the worst animated killers I've seen in a fucking video game, mate. She slides at walking pace along the floor, yeah? And I can bet your ass, right, and this leads into what I'm talking about when I say DBD could be better, when she gets a rework, whenever it's going to be, they will not touch them animations. They'll just keep her the same way she is. They won't fix her animations, they won't give her a new walk cycle, anything like that. They don't animate properly in this game, you know. They recycle a lot of animations. putting it into context again, steering it back to Evolve, and it's all context as to why I always slate this game and I always dig my fucking teeth into it whenever I'm playing it and saying it's shit and all that kind of stuff, because it could be better under a different developer, as I've said in the past, because Behaviour are fucking lazy. It's the long and short of it, they are, you know. It's going on a right fucking tangent this, but, you know, I just don't get many times to unload like this, you know. So might as well turn it into a chat video, I suppose. If the killers were actually properly animated and did have animations on par with Evolve, because Evolve had directional based attack animations depending on where the fucking hunters were and where your camera was when you were playing as the monster. There was back swipes, there was reaching up strikes, if a hunter's jetpacking around you when you're like stage 3 and you're like 20 foot tall, there's an animation for most monsters, Goliath in particular, that'll like, you'll try and reach up to grab them out of the air and swipe at them. You know, like flies, literally, because they're about that size to him at that point. There was so much care, attention to detail, and passion put into Evolve, and it got fucking wasted, boys. And we're left with this, right? But again, why can't this be the same as Evolve? Why can't we get somebody on the animation team that actually fucking knows what they're doing? And I know that sounds harsh, and I know it's all, you know, oh, you can't be saying that. Yeah, I can. Because we're at the top of the ASIM genre, boys, at the end of the day, you know. And it's got, for both sides, because all this shit's in the game anyway, to plaster fix gameplay mechanics that exist at this point, it's getting worse for both sides to play because of this shit. It's not a killer main rhetoric, it's the fact that iframes are being now consistently relied on to play the game for both sides. You have to think about, as killer, you have to think about what iframes the survivors have all the time now. Do they have Off the Record? Do they have Dead Hard? Do they have Soul Guard? Do they have We're Gonna Live Forever? Is there Your Shoulder the Burden incoming on the hook? Have we got Resurgence to extend hook times even more in a game where you barely have any time anyway because of gen speeds and all that kind of stuff? And then you're over on the Survivor side of things, where it's like, you know, have you got all the perks ready that you need to do? Because if you don't run them, you just lose. You know, all that kind of stuff when you're in solo queue. It's gone the wrong way, because again it loops back as well from what I've said, as we tie literally all the chapters of my fucking psyche together. Remove perks, this game would get better overnight, you know. But it is what it is anyway. I'm losing my train of thought here anyway, because there's a million things going through my head at the same time, because I'm just unloading. But yeah, turned out to be nice people, even though you fucking sent me to a map, so you know. Less of that shit, yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. It was a very obvious sandbag on that thing, though. It was a piss take, that. So, yeah. But it is what it is, boys. Basically, my entire existence in terms of DVD's sphere is what could have been, you know, or what can be, if we're actually, you know, we stop being fucking lazy consistently at this company and actually make shit that's good. Because I'm telling you now, boys, right, if they actually did put the effort in and they did think of, like, in terms of Evolve's quality and all that kind of stuff, they'd sell so much fucking more shit and there'd be more players there. I'm already predicting right now, when Springtrap gets added to the game, he's going to have the recycled carry rig of Trapper, even for a robot. I don't think he's going to, or they might go the Singularity route maybe, where he just picks them up by the back of the Colts or whatever you want to call it, you know. He's going to have a recycled carry rig, either way. He won't have his own unique one. He'll slide along the floor. Animations will be fucking rigid as fuck, you know, all that kind of stuff. And his carry animation itself will actually, yeah, I'll put money on this, right? I bet you, yeah, he'll have Nemesis's carry rig, because they used Nemesis's carry rig for Unknown as well, the underarm one, where he picks them up and he puts them under their arm. You know, granted, Unknown doesn't really have shoulders to put, or strong enough shoulders anyway, to put a survivor on them. But they did it with Houndmaster as well. Houndmaster has Nemesis's carry rig, where she puts them under her arm, rather than, I don't know. You could, I mean, if you're going full creativity, you could have the dog drag them. You could, all you have to do is basically have it wired to the player presses the carry the pickup button where the survivor is, and then it's just it's an animation issue at that point, or an animation case, where the carry animation would be the dog basically just glues to where the Houndmaster is and drags him along the floor. You can still wiggle out the dog's mouth and all that kind of stuff, you know. They brush that shit away, like fan the air next to it and it lets go of them, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so much other shit they could be doing with this game, but they don't do it, and that is what pisses me off all the time, and why I rant about it, and why I say it's inferior in every way, and it's bad game design and all this kind of shit, because it just, as far as I'm concerned, mate, compared to Evolve and the alternatives we had, it's very fucking underwhelming, this game. You know. Anyway, massive divergent rant that went off topic 20 minutes ago. It was a body blocking thing that set all that off. But there you go, ADHD gaming. So I'll see you on the next one, where I'll probably be ranting again, but there's the context, I've just give it to you. So if you are going to stick around and you do hear me ranting and all that kind of stuff, that's where it comes from. See you on the next one.